round 0 of the Omegathon, the Omega-AMA. You've already exceeded all of my expectations by having more than 4 people that I didn't have to be here in the Omegathon. So I have no idea what you guys are expecting from this round because I have no idea what this round is or this time is, but we have an hour to do some AMA from the Omegathon. I guess I should introduce myself first. My name is Travis Erickson. I am, along with the Chief Omega Tech who runs the Omegathon, I'm the Executive Director of Child's Play Charity. I'm shamelessly using this time to plug what I think is the greatest gaming charity out there. And am just going to kill a little bit of time by having my current round of Omeganauts. If you all, since the camera can see you, will just kind of one at a time hop up, introduce yourself real quick so the people who are here will get to know you. So at that, well, no, we'll just have them stand at the mic there because that mic has an actual camera focused on it. So I don't care who goes first, and I can't see any of you because these lights are so bright. So someone stand up and introduce yourself. We could force the runner-up to go. There we go. Or, there we go. We have one. The ice has been broken. And then, just start filling in.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elijah. I'm born and raised in Washington. Gamer tag MegaFroggy. Maybe see me around. But I'm looking forward to playing some games and hopefully winning. So we'll see. There's a lot of good competitors.
All right.
I am Kel. I go by Dr. Senpai. This is my 14th PAX West. Took me 11 years to get in back in 2018 and got undone by Mario Tennis Aces, but now I'm back and hopefully I can redeem myself. I don't know. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Sonia. I go by Kitnet on the internet. This is my second Omegathon, my first PAX West. I live in Washington, D.C., so I'm from the East Coast. Shout out to East Coast people out here. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We'll see what happens. Hello, everybody. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as Lectria online. This is my first ever PAX.
Wow. Welcome.
Word to the wise, if you're going to go to any PAX for the first time, do it as an Omeganaut. Just do that. It's awesome.
This mic was made for tall people, and that's not me. Hi, my name is Melissa, and the name I'm going by today is Melissa. Thanks everyone. This is actually my second Omegathon. It seems like we have what we've been calling the Omegathon All-Stars, so there's a few repeats of us here. Originally from the Bay Area, but living up here in Seattle, and fun fact, PAX is the reason I first came to Seattle, and I fell in love with it.
This is Sunny Han. My handle is Chairman Hans, and this is my third PAX, and I've all been PAX West, and this is my first time as an Omeganaut, so I'm excited to be here.
My name is Jordan. I go by Sir Evil Octopus. This is my 12th PAX, I think. First time as an Omeganaut, pretty excited to be here. We'll see where it goes.
My name is Garrett, go by Showy Colt 63, first PAX and Omeganaut. Got to give a shout out to my town, Corvallis, which got me the slot.
Hi, I'm Anastasia. My username is Liquid Pink, and this is my very first time as an Omeganaut, and I would say it's going to be interesting because I practiced all the games on keyboard, then learned that it's a console, so it'll be fun.
Hello everybody, my name is Josh. I go by Old Timey Sheriff Online. I've been going to PAX I think 8 or 9 years. Never did an Omegathon yet, so I'm excited to do it and compete. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Hunter. My handle, I'm going by The Slayer. I'm from Austin, Texas, living there for the past few years, and this is probably right about my something the 12th to 15th PAX. I've been to many PAX West, I think started in 2009, and PAX East a bunch of times as well, even PAX South here and there. So always love the PAX, happy to be a Omeganaut, check it out and be part of the show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Gonna have a good time.
Hey y'all, my name's Joe. I go by Gluten Intolerance on Twitch and everything else for obvious reasons. This is like my 4th PAX, I think, and I lost my job practicing games for this weekend, so
What?
we'll find how I go. Okay, it was a corporate job, and I may have gone back down to the warehouse for it, but you know, it might be worth it, so.
I'm gonna feel so bad if you get on Zombie Dice where there's no control.
I am Paul. My handle is Commander Zim. I am from Columbus, Ohio. This is my 12th PAX, but it's my first West. I've been to every PAX East, and all it took for me to finally get picked as an Omegathon was not good at East, apparently.
Hey, Linda, they, them. This is my first time back to West since like 2015, I think, and tried to be an Omegathon a lot, and yay, I'm here. I'm a professional mediocre gamer.
Hi, I'm Blair. My tag is Niobium Narwhal. This is my 13th PAX West, so hopefully that's my lucky number. It's my first time being a Omegathon. I've been trying for a while. I'm glad to finally be here.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matt, gamertag Riftwood. This is, I believe, my 7th or 8th PAX, but first time Omegathon. Love the Pacific Northwest. I'm here from Minnesota, so shout out to any Midwesterners in the room. But we love the PNW, are glad to be here, and excited to play some games.
Hello, everybody. I'm Endless Ninja Fury, and I'm from Des Moines, Washington, where we pronounce the S.
Des Moines.
This is my 7th PAX, I think. I've never done anything Omegathon related, so I'm just gonna try to have fun here and, try to win.
Hi. I'm Daniel. I'm known as Dexor. I am the 2019 runner-up, so I've done this before. Not the AMA, but I became a dad last year. My family means everything to me, and games are fun. So see you all at the final round.
And if you were keeping count, you'll notice that we only had 18 Omeganauts, where we normally have 20. So we had 2 Omeganauts that chose, for health and safety reasons, to step back this show, which we thank them for. Which also means by the end of this hour, we have to find 2 more people. I'm sorry that you came here thinking you only had to ask questions. You might have to actually do this now. But the first part of the AMA is, I guess you can ask questions to figure out if you really want to do this, or how torturous it is, or things like that. I have no idea. I don't know. Does anybody have questions? Then if you do, that's what that microphone is for. And if not, I'm just going to stare at you, well, the lights, for an hour. Somebody, anybody? Stuff you want to know about the Omegathon? Child's Play? You can ask me Child's Play questions too. I could talk for a long time on that.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm the Zombie. I was in your PAX Online East
Yes.
2021. My question is, will I get my shirt?
No.
If I join this Omegathon, can I have a shirt?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to throw my hat in the ring.
Noted.
What's the Omegathon like?
I don't know. I only run it. Here is my goal. It's 6 rounds of soul-crushing games where we just crush all the hope and life and joy out of all those people you just heard and introduce themselves.
I can throw my hat in the ring.
Wow, I sold it real well, didn't I?
Sold.
Just to give a more clear answer, in case you stumbled in here and this is a crowd will line up, I don't know what this is. The Omegathon started at the very first PAX back in '04. Someone had given Mike and Jerry and the Penny Arcade crew a collection of every single NES thing that existed, consoles and games and accessories and everything. And they ran a Omegathon contest of games where they started with 20 people. We eliminate 4 people down to 2 people. And the winner walked away with all of that Nintendo gear. And then over time, it has evolved into now it's a trip to PAX instead of Nintendo gear. But the format of the game, the contest, has stayed the same the whole time.
What is the genre of the final game, and how can I play it?
Competitive. Pause.
Yes, yes.
Like pause. Not pause like wait. Water balloons.
Okay.
And it sounds weird, and normally I shy away from, but glitter.
Yes.
If you can suss that out, you'll be in.
Awesome. Sign me up. All right.
No, you've already been in it before.
I know. I lost to your favorite finalist.
Yes.
The important question is, what is our Omeganauts' favorite cookies?
Ooh, that is a good question. Look at that. It's not on me, it's on the Omeganauts.
Sir Travis, Musa gave me a good idea. I'm just going to pick a random Omeganaut to answer some questions for generic ones like this.
Generic questions.
So
in his off time, by the way, hold on, I should introduce you. This has been Lieutenant Hummus. He was a former Omeganaut. We won't talk about how far he did or didn't get in the games.
Nope, irrelevant.
But he built a fun app to check them in and randomize them, everything else. So who has to tell us their favorite cookie?
Gluten tolerance.
Oh, you're right. You're right in front of me. Should I stand up for it? Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Should I face the crowd or no?
Sure.
Okay. So, I gotta say gluten-free cookie, of course. I like, what are they called? The cinnamon ones. That one! Yep. I'm a snickerdoodle guy, so yeah, that's in the final prize.
There we go. Yes, what's your question?
I have to go? Oh. No, I'm just up here to try to go for the pity party reasoning of maybe being an Omeganaut.
Oh.
Because, Travis, I've been at like 25-ish PAXs, and I got the call once and I missed it because I was working.
Well,
so I'm really sad.
You need commitment. You gotta quit that job for the Omegathon. That's what I want. If you're not willing to quit, then no.
So, that's all, I guess. So.
Hey, Travis.
Hello.
So at the end of the East Omegathon, you had left the medals in your hotel room, and you borrowed medals from somebody else and said, hey, after the event, I'll get those medals to you. What happened to those medals? Showtime Bro Time, by the way.
That's a good question, because they weren't in the box when I unpacked them from the East crate that has sat in a warehouse since East. Yeah, no, I don't know. The ether?
Oh, so there's no chance.
There's probably not. I mean, if I stumble across them, I will get them to
I'll
you
be in contact.
in some fashion. Email me once a show and be like, it's coming. Have you found them?
Oh, I'm way too short for this. Okay. I was just wondering how you choose the games for like each round.
So this time around, when I picked the games, I tried to choose some games that I knew had been successful in the past, just because enough craziness was happening right now that it was like, okay, let's get some games that I know have been fun to watch and are sort of fun and challenging, and then to bring in a couple games that I've had my eyes on to sort of say, oh, I want to do this game. So like Floor Kids is one that I've sort of been thinking about for a long time, and I was just like, you know what, it's on the Switch, it's very easy. But I was in the process also of having to, this year, build the games for PAX Oz, RIP. And since we weren't able to travel, had to make sure that my PAX Oz rules were rules that I could give people. So this time was sort of a reach back and select some games that we've played before. In general, when building a game or building a set of games for the show, for a show like West, I try and get a couple tabletop games. So we have 6 rounds, counting the final round, and try and get a couple tabletop style games, and then some games that can run on, generally, it's really easy if they run on Steam, because it makes hooking things up very simple. It's just plug my laptop in and it's ready to go. But games that work with 4 people because we generally work in chunks of 4, so we're eliminating either 4 people out of a group or 1 person out of a group of 4. So it gets interesting that way, and then it's just games that are fun to watch. So when we try and pick games and put things for the Omegathon together, I try and think about everybody who's spectating it and has to watch it happen, and much less concern about how the Omeganauts feel about the game. Because if people are taking their time out of the show to come in and watch this happen and support people playing games, I want them to be able to see something that is at least somewhat interesting, or something where they feel like they can get invested in it. So, like Zombie Dice round 1 tonight is just a complete push your luck random dice roll game. There's really no studying for it that you can do or any of that. You can kind of figure out some of the odds, but they also color the dice for you so you don't have to think too hard. It's red, that's not good. It's green, yay, this is pretty okay. And so just giving the audience a chance to sort of feel that like, yeah, go for it, or no, stop, don't do it anymore. So something that will keep the people who are watching engaged.
It's an Omeganaut question. I guess it only works for people who have been to PAXs before, but maybe your favorite PAX memory and or a horror story of traveling to or from PAX, if you got that.
All right, I guess. This one's gonna go to Glinda. There you are.
Horror story traveling to PAX. Commander decks for Magic the Gathering usually aren't TSA friendly because they're so thick. They just come up as a very weird item, and I always get my bag checked coming here because of them.
Traveling with pins to Australia is always really fun. Having bags full of pins. What is that bag of shrapnel you're carrying on the airplane? Why do you have that? No, it's just they're enamel pins. They're pretty. That's it, no questions, we're done, that's it, thank you. No more questions, darn it, okay.
I'll ask a question. I'm interested in the concept of Child's Play and where that inspiration came from. And then the second part of that would be some of your favorite games that kind of like got you involved in this thing, and your favorite game ever, your favorite game now, and then your game that you're most interested in seeing the Omeganauts play.
Oh, interesting, okay, that's a list of them. Okay, Child's Play first, because, if I get going, I could just be done by the time this is over. Child's Play's been around since 2003. So Mike and Jerry of Penny Arcade founded Child's Play, and at the time it was one of those news cycles that we get in every now and then, right? That video games are bad and murder simulators, and people who play video games are horrible, and we should just shut the whole industry down. And they didn't feel like that represented their fans and their people. It doesn't represent, I would say, anybody here at PAX. And so they challenged their readers to donate toys to Seattle Children's Hospital. And so in the beginning of November, they said, hey, we're collecting toys for Seattle Children's Hospital. We want to go drop toys off, and we want to just put a good news story about gamers in the news cycle and force them to have to say something good about gamers. And they collected toys for 2 weeks. They collected over $250,000 worth of toys, made the drop-off at Seattle Children's. There's some cool pictures. If you go search up, you can see them. The therapy pool at the time was under repair, and so they're sitting on the edge of the therapy pool, and the pool is filled up with toys. And from there, they kind of went, well, this was a stunt that we did like out of spite, just to like, nah, you gotta say something nice now. But the community stepped up so much that they went, I guess we do this from now on. And so that's the founding story of Child's Play. At this point now, we went from, in 2003, it was Seattle Children's Hospital. We are in almost 190 hospitals now all across the world. So we're in Australia and New Zealand, and India and Kenya and England, and so we're all over. And we've done, for a long time, Child's Play got games and technology into hospitals, and I came on to officially join Child's Play in 2016, right as we were making a bit of a change from just sending things out to figuring out how can we be a more impactful charity inside the hospital space. So one of the first things that Child's Play did is create a therapeutic video game guide. So if you are interested in that at all, if you go past the Child's Play booth, we're up on the Sky Bridge. You can find the game guide. It has games broken down for symptoms inside a hospital. So it's looking at things, let's see if I can do all 6 of them. So there's short and long-term boredom, there's pain, anxiety, sadness, and cognitive impairment. And so we worked with EDAR, which is a video game research firm that essentially companies go to them and either say, hey, I want to market a game toward this audience. What do I need to put in my game so they will like it? Or I made this game, who likes it? These are the stuff my game has. Okay, this is who I market it to. But they look at games and they break games down into their components. And so working with them and working with some mental health professionals from UC Davis, they created a rubric to look at games alongside of all the other stuff that they're looking at with control setups and all the other things. I don't know what EDAR all looks at, but all those kinds of pieces to look at those different symptoms. And so they broke it down into those key components. And then we get from them now monthly an updated list that says, here are the top games right now that are out, that are good for each of those 6 different areas. And so the areas are pretty hospital focused, but can kind of apply generally to everyone. So the short term is really looking at waiting room games, what's good to have in a waiting room. And it's helping people in hospital understand that you don't put Final Fantasy out in a waiting room, because you'll never start the game and the kid will be like, I don't want to go. I'm making my hair still. And that a game like Tetris or Peggle is great, but if a kid is going to be in the hospital long term, that can't be the only thing that's available to them. Games like Mario Kart are a great example of games that work for pain. So they have lots of cognitive overload. There's lots of lights and timers and action and people throwing shells at you and you trying to pick stuff up and do those things. That helps your brain overload on inputs and kind of forget about the pain. And so it can reduce the need for medication. And there's been studies that show that benefit lasts beyond the time that you're playing. So not just in that time the controller's in your hand, but actually beyond that time frame. And games that help with anxiety are kind of the exact opposite. A Breath of the Wild or Minecraft in creative mode are great examples of games that help with anxiety. So they don't have those timers. They don't have the pressure of this must happen right now, but you can just run around and explore and take your time on the games. And so we put that together so that hospital staff, the child life staff that we support, are generally not gamers. So the child life staff that is the focus of your support when you support Child's Play are the people inside the hospital that make it different from an adult hospital. Both have doctors who diagnose you and say, this is your disease, your problem. They have nurses who treat you and follows those doctors' orders to give you your medication and all those things. But in a children's hospital, they have the child life staff, and they're the ones who help normalize life for kids inside the hospital. So they are teaching them at an age-appropriate level, what does this diagnosis mean? What does this treatment mean? What is a blood draw? What is an MRI? What is an X-ray? So that they can be prepared, but they're also providing them opportunity to play so that they can still be a kid, keeping them on track with school so that when they leave the hospital, they're not behind in their education, and working with the doctors and therapists to make sure that when they are prescribing things or planning therapy plans for kids, that they're age appropriate for the kids. So that's who we work with, and I would say they're like your favorite 2nd or 3rd grade teacher who loves kids, wants to take care of them, but if you gave them a VR-ready computer and an Oculus headset and said, how great is this? With this right here, you could take your class just with Google Earth to the pyramids, to Paris, to the Grand Canyon, you'd come back in a month and it'd be in the corner because they're just that tech is scary and they don't know how to use it. So the game guide was created so that they could start to understand and be intentional when they give games to kids. If you have a kid who's anxious about an upcoming procedure, if you can intentionally give them games that are more apt to reduce that anxiety, that can just help get them prepared for that. And if you give them Mario Kart, which is fun and they would love it and want to play it, but that can unintentionally build up that stress inside their body and sort of add to that level of anxiety. So that was our first tool. A second thing that we've done that I'm super excited for is To date now, we've funded 30 positions inside the Children's Hospital. We're creating a whole new profession inside the Children's Hospital with pediatric gaming and technology specialists. And they are people who are pushing forward the use of games and technology inside children's hospitals. So working with doctors and therapists to use VR and augmented reality inside procedures instead of medication. Working with the child life staff so that they know how to get the consoles updated. We might go visit a hospital and hear that all their Xboxes are broken, and it's because the controller from room 5 ended up in room 2. And now when you're in room 2 hitting the button, the Xbox in room 2 doesn't turn on. So it's broken, so now we're just gonna put those 2 in a closet. And so they're keeping equipment updated, playing games with kids, using sort of all that cool STEM stuff that is becoming more and more donated in the hospital. So 3D printers so that kids can model things and print them, or using 3D printers to make end-of-life mementos for family members. And it's been really exciting to watch this profession grow, and it's been something that Child's Play has been able to do through the support of gamers who have come together and given to us so that we can help fund these positions. There's my quick Child's Play blip. My personal Omegathon history starts with the very first Omegathon back in '04. I was not in it, but I was an enforcer. I was friends with Mike and Jerry, so I was like, cool, you're doing this show thing. I don't know, I'll help you put it on. And before I came to Child's Play, I was a middle school math teacher and career and tech ed teacher. And I went to the very first round of the Omegathon thinking, what a cool thing these guys came up with. And it was a shit show. They had no idea how to do crowd control. They still today they're so much better at being comfortable in front of crowds, but they're not super comfortable with it. And in 2004, they were not at all. And so I stepped in because I was like, whatever, this is like a classroom of middle school. This is easy. Hey, you guys, get back. You guys over here. You sit down, do this. And so then I just showed up to every round, and they skipped out on all my enforcer jobs because all my enforcer jobs were around the rounds that were supposed to be there. And I was like, hey, manage. And when the show got done, I was like, if you guys do another one of these ever, just let me do it for you, and then you can just come MC it. And eventually over time, their jobs in the show grew so much that they didn't have the ability to MC it, and so by default, it is now my baby. So, my favorite Omegathon game, if I say Spy Party, are you gonna quit, Ben?
I will walk out of the room, but you can say it's Spy.
It's not Spy Party. God, my favorite one, I don't know. Can I just say that I hate Jenga? It's so good. I wish that it could be in every single Omegathon game. But if you've ever watched a Jenga game in the Omegathon, normally Jenga is so fun with your friend. You're like, man, this is great. You can play it while you're drunk. It takes 12 hours for someone to make one move. And they look like this. I'm gonna grab a piece. I can't. Okay. No, okay. And then they touch it, and they're like, it's the tower. And they finally get a piece out, and they're like, I've got to put it on the top. I can't, okay. So we can't ever do Jenga again for that reason. But we've done, if you can think of a form of Jenga, we've done it. We've done normal Jenga and giant Jenga and reverse Jenga and Jenga on top of Jenga. It's a game that will never, ever come back again because I don't have infinite time. We're gonna probably run over with zombie dice, and the enforcers in here are gonna get mad at me tonight. But are we the last one? Don't actually answer that. Never mind. I take it back. I don't want to know if there's anyone behind me. But God, I don't know. Favorite game. Ben, Tara, do you guys have a favorite game aside from Spy Party?
So I will say one game I know I'm always trying to pitch, and I always want to do, but it'll never work, is some sort of social deduction game like The
God,
Resistance.
I wish. So much.
If I can get Among Us in the Omegathon, I will die a happy man.
That's one of the hard parts, is there are so many games like that I would love to do. Those sort of any game that is asymmetrical just doesn't work. You can't have this little group is working against this bigger group, because either all the little groups have to win to keep things easy and eliminate people, or we have to play multiple rounds of it so everybody has had a chance to be something. But yeah, if we could ever figure out a way to make one of those work, I would love it.
Well, there was one asymmetric game that worked really well in the final round, but we can't talk about it, so it's okay. It was Spike Party.
It was Spike Party.
Great game. Horrible memories.
It's also
we
keep
spent-
talking and nobody
Yeah, keep
explodes.
talking, nobody explodes.
Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes was really good.
Worked really
Yeah,
well.
which you lied to me about.
I did lie to you about. On the flight to Boston, he's like, what is it? Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes VR? I was like, no. There were too many people in the airport. I couldn't tell you there. Yeah, I don't know. I brought up my list of games earlier because I was like, I should have the list of all the games ever because someone's going to ask me about them. And I don't know. Any game that we can get bluffing in, I really like. Because I don't know. So like we have Skull coming up, which if you haven't ever played Skull, is just this game. You have skulls and roses on your little discs, and you're just saying like whether or not it's out there, and you're trying to figure out, do I believe you? Do I not believe you? Okay, is it time? I'm going to call you now, and can you bluff me? And that's the closest we can get to sort of that like deduction game of a werewolf or a resistance or something like that. So those to me I think are the most fun, especially if we can put them later so that they've had time to spend together. I will say we do have we have another online, the original PAX Online, Omegathon here. And that one was so much fun. We did a Grand Prix style, so there were 6 of them, and just every night we got online and hung out for I don't know, we were almost 2 hours hanging out with setup and kind of finished the game, and then we'd sort of laugh about the game afterwards. And that was really fun, just because it kept the whole group together. Oh my God, if I say this now, I'm like guilting them into it. But normally like people lose in round 1 and they disappear and we never see them again. But by the end, like the group of Omeganauts who hang around become this kind of tight-knit little posse. And that's always really fun to see because they get together again at the next show when they come back. And every now and then I slip up and I don't know what happened, like 5 of you in this time around, I slip up and invite them back again to another show. And they're like, we're here, we did it, we're in again. So that part is really fun for me too, when the Omeganauts can bond. Psst, you guys should bond, it's super cool. You're like the only 20 people at the show who get to do, okay, there's 18 of you right now. But yeah, did I get all your questions? I remember there's a lot of them. All right, close enough. That means I missed something important and he doesn't want to say it again. No.
So normally we have Make a Strip to support Child's Play, Cookie Brigade would be out. A lot of that can't happen this year. What's the best way to support Child's Play at this show?
Swing by the booth, and we have, Child's Play's got cool merch at the booth. So you could pick up some Child's Play merch that, then maybe someone later will ask you about it and be like, where'd you get that? What is that? We can take donations there. There's info in there. If you are any kind of streamer, you could do a streaming thing for us. If you work for a company that has like company match, donation match, you could do a donation and have them match it and double your donation gifts that way. You could join the Amazon Smile Club and choose Child's Play as your Amazon Smile charity. We get a stupid amount of money from Amazon Smile, and it's like 1 penny it's like 1/10 of a penny for every $1 you buy on Amazon, but it adds up ridiculously. This is on Twitch, I'm not supposed to say this. Well, no, I can say that part. I wasn't going to say the thing. The other thing that I wanted to say I can't, but it's cool, it's really good, do that. There's a good thing about it, but just stats that I'm not supposed to share that's cool. Yes, sir.
Well, I was going to ask what the best game was and why was it Jenga, but you already covered that. So, to the Omeganauts, what was your least favorite round in the past?
Oh, people who've been in it, your least favorite round.
I don't know.
Mario Tennis?
Yeah, yeah, but it's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who here has been in the Omegathon before? Because I can only remember.
Even audience people, if you've been in the Omegathon, if you've been in it, you should line up and say what game sucks.
You're already in front of a mic. What was your least favorite game?
Tricky Towers.
Oh, that one was so good.
Wait, I need a pencil to write all these down. We're going to make the worst Omegathon games ever list.
If you were in the Omegathon, tell us what you hated so we could do it again.
No, but for real, jump up if you were in the Omegathon and tell me the worst games.
Space Team VR kept breaking. It just went blank on me. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose. So I kept saying, it's crashing, it's crashing, it's crashing. And Mike was making fun of me, and I was just like, I'm not gonna win because of this. So Space Team VR.
Space Team VR. Hey, that's Space Team's it's a real fun game, guys. It's really good.
So along the lines of Space Team VR, aside from Space Team, what's been kind of the greatest disaster of a game to have?
Oh, aside from Space Team?
And as long as I'm up here, if I can make a quick plug, also for Child's Play, the Cookie Brigade is doing an online stream, and there's a Tiltify link where we'll ship you cookies safely after PAX. So go there.
I'm glad you said that. I forgot that one. Skee-ball was the scariest one to set up because we had to build a skee-ball machine, and then it didn't work, and then we spent forever trying to fix it and make it finally work, and then it worked, and then skee-ball happened, and it was a great game, and no one knew that we were panicking beforehand.
My least favorite game was Overcooked 2, that I was bad at it. I remember we have the Discord for the PAX Online folks, and I put out like, hey, will someone practice this game with me? And none of the other Omeganauts wanted to play with me. And one regretted it.
No practice, that's true.
So I had a Gang Beast-induced mental breakdown, which ended with me buying a PlayStation 4 just to fucking play that thing. That's not even. I was running off a goddamn potato laptop, so I had. It was only ever on PlayStation 4 at the time, so it's just like, all right, fine, whatever, fuck it, sure. Mario Tennis Aces ended up being my undoing, and I set that thing on fire once I got home. And my mother wants to kick you in the balls for forcing her to play Skull so many times.
But I brought you back, and it made us happy. You and we cried on the call. It was fun. We were good.
So I was an Omeganaut here 2019, and I lost first round, so Doodle Rush has to be my least favorite round.
Right. I mean, yeah, Doodle Rush was rough, but so Party Golf was the most chaotic thing I've ever been a part of.
That means it's good.
It was great.
Chaotic. That's what we want.
It was so great to watch. It was very stressful to be a part of.
I will say for Party Golf, I remember you had like a whole rule set that you programmed into the game beforehand.
Yeah.
And then we got there and it got deleted
And then it was
somehow.
deleted. Yeah, I spent a long time with the Party Golf guys and was like, let's build the most perfect worst game ever. And I had it all saved, and then I don't know what happened to my because it's like a saved profile in the game. It's like, save this game setup so you can play it anytime you want. And then we came in here and we set it all up and was like, that's gone. What do we do?
Yeah, so I remember we tried to reconstruct it as best we could.
Yeah, we made our best.
It was fine.
Yeah, our best stab at it. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Hey, hi. So I was an Omega West Omeganaut in 2016. I made it to the semifinals, but I would say probably Seth was the worst because someone was colorblind and they couldn't actually play it.
Yeah, we've got to listen.
Yeah.
We're trying to get better. It is.
Zombie dice.
Yeah.
You just called out zombie dice as red and yellow and red or green. That's also colorblind.
I didn't make it.
Just call out the colors as they
I'll
happen.
tell you the colors in your hand if you want to know.
Just tell them. Make it accessible. Thank you.
Hello. PAX Online 2020. The worst game was Quap.
Come on! We finally got it in.
I completely jinxed myself in that practice round, going, I don't even remember how
Your practice was like 8,000 miles. It was like forever.
Almost the whole way, and then we started, and I just completely flopped.
Quapped.
I'm answering from here because I'm too lazy to walk all the way around.
Justified.
So I participated in 2014, and JS Joust was my outing round. If you don't know that one, it's a movement game where you're not supposed to knock your thing, but you're supposed to knock everyone else's. Remember I had trouble at that mic over there? I'm 5'1". That wasn't fair. But it was fun. It's a good game.
That was Ben's fault. That was Ben's game.
I know.
I finally let him do it, and you ruined your life. Just remember that when you get out this time that Ben ruined it first, not me. Okay. checking the time. We still have 20 minutes. I don't know if there's AMA, but I know everybody asked me everything, I guess. Anything? This is the weird time? Weird, quiet time? How many of you, okay, first off, how many of you, when you buy your tickets, check the box to say, yes, I want to be in the Omegathon? All the Omeganauts did, yes. All right. If you ever wanted to be in the Omegathon, we'll give you that. Maybe someone sometime later will watch this on Twitch and be like, how do I get in on this shenanigans? Step one, when you buy your PAX ticket, there's a checkbox that says, yes, I want to be in the Omegathon. So that's like, what we just figure out, around -5.
-7, yeah.
-5. Round one then is we send out an email that is like, did you really mean it? Do you really want to do it? Here, give me all your information so that I can actually call you. And then I get a giant spreadsheet of people who filled that out. So that's round -4. Round -3 is you have to answer your phone when I call you from an unknown number, because I don't want people to call me back later and be like, no, please give me a spot. Because I can't mentally handle that. I've got to get people as much as I can. And I already spend too many hours making phone calls, which is really copy and then paste into Skype and be like, dial. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. That Skype song haunts me for like a week later. And then you answer your phone. That's round -3. Round -2 is then you have to email me back your photo and your signed contract. And then round -1 is you have to show up Friday morning. So we meet early Friday morning. You get your cool Omeganaut badge. You get your Omeganaut shirt, which is like the most exclusive shirt in the show. And then we get you in to the media hour, so you get to see the expo floor when it's empty and walk around and see it. And then apparently round 0 is sit through a really weird AMA for an hour and have to hang out here and not see stuff at the show. And then round 1 is play some game like Zombie Dice that maybe you get eliminated and you did all those other things and you're like, why? Because it's fun. There's a Facebook group where I don't do the Facebook, but I just like to pretend they just yell about me in it. So Ben and Tara managed that, and I think that probably I'd feel really good about myself or real bad if I went into it, because I want it to be real horrible for you guys in like a loving way.
Hello. Again.
Welcome back to the mic.
Yeah, we've got 20 minutes. We don't have any more questions. And there was a lot of hands for people who wanted to be Omeganauts.
There were. I'm still trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to do it, so I'm killing time.
Competitive rock, paper, scissors up there on the stage.
Oh my God, rock, paper, scissors on the stage. All right.
No, this might, I have an idea.
All right.
How many people want to be in the Omegathon? Just a rough count.
Okay, if you're not in it currently.
Yeah, if you're not in it currently.
All right. And then if you haven't been, okay.
All right, everyone to that side.
Wait, hold on. Now if you've been in the Omegathon, so wait, keep your hands up. And now if you've been in it and done this torturous thing before, you have to put your hand down. We gotta spread the love. I almost want to just bring the zombie and Boba Fett back and be done, because they did it online. But that'd be cheating, and I have 18 minutes to fill, and I can't. Are you rock, paper, scissoring it?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, if online doesn't count. If you did an in-person Omegathon, we're gonna say no. And you have to be honest, because sometimes with masks, I can't see anybody's face anyways. So someone could win, I'd be like, no, you won the game before. Okay, do your thing, Ben, what are we doing?
All right, I was gonna say, all right, everyone who's
Should we make him explain it first, so that if it sucks?
Cool,
all right, if it's real bad, it's Ben's fault.
Yeah, it sucks. All right, put your hands up just so I can get a quick estimate.
There is an age limit, you gotta be 18. She's gotta be able to sign a legal binding contract. Oh yeah, so if you're not 18, don't do this either.
All right, so everyone who's on this side of me, go line up on that side of the stage. Everyone who's on this side of me, go line up on that side of the stage.
Right in front of that speaker, so when I talk, it's right in your ears. Is this gonna take the better part of 15 minutes?
It might.
Cool.
All right, so who are the first two in line? Come here.
Oh, is this really it? I hope the cameras can see this. Also, my eyes are watering so much from the light, and I'm trying not to touch them.
All right, so you're gonna rock, paper, scissors. Whoever lost, sit down. The other person get back in line. We're just gonna keep going.
You only get one.
You won. Yeah, that's the one. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, back in line, just sit down. Next
All right.
person, come on.
We're gonna get one person, and we need two.
We'll just get the last two. It'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
We're counting so fast, guys. Those two people took less than a minute.
I'm stretching it out.
Yeah, buy time.
You know, it's important to get your stretches in. You know, you don't want to just. All right, ready? Wow, this is just really intense. Okay, no. Let's go now.
I can't pull this in front of the speakers.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
This right side's, yeah, this side's going. You ruined it for right side.
Got this. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Robert, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. One, two, three, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
This is perfect. Keep going, guys. I need a long time of this. Oh, we're back around to left side's.
This is stressful. Ron, paper, scissors, shoot. I got this.
That was, yeah.
Alright, I mean, everyone like has to go to the other side, so shoot it. Okay. 2, 3, shoot.
Okay. Did we, hold on, let's wait to make sure we got the sides balanced here. Did we reset that? I saw Ben was crawling around there doing something. Okay, we're good. All right.
Keep doing it.
Go on that side.
Hold on, wait.
We're down to 4, right?
We're down to 4. No, we're at 4 now. We're at 4 now. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, even up, because we need 2 people.
There we go. Okay.
Whoever wins.
One of you wins and is stuck in this, and one of you has to give up your badge and go home. Wait, reset. No rhythm.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 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 Now!
All right. We have person number 19. And person number 20. Amazing. All right.
All right, you won, right?
Baby Fett's super easy because I have all our info from online.
Did you win?
But, no. Ariel won. We still have, yeah, that took 4 minutes.
I think we definitely play this out.
Don't worry, I have her info. I just need his info. Sure, go introduce yourselves.
Oh, we gotta have a championship though, best of the winners.
Well, no, that's what the final round is now. They have to get through.
Hi, I'm Ariel. Hi. This is my second Omegathon. From Portland, Oregon. And this is actually my second PAX as well. So, well, I mean, I guess real PAX, online PAX.
Yeah, online
Does it
counted.
count? Does it count?
It counts.
I guess it counts. My third PAX.
Howdy, I'm Chris. I go online by Pwnestick. This is my, I don't know how many PAXs, it's been a lot. First time as an Omegathon. So.
All right. Just had to socially engineer your way into my horrible competition. All right, we'll have to get all your info. I have all of Ariel's info from it. Last chance, otherwise I guess we're just gonna, I mean, like, we don't need to sit here for 10 minutes longer. These lights are so bright in my eyes, I can't see anything at all. But a question, oh, there's a question. Any questions? This is it, last chance for questions. Make them the best questions.
You said anything.
I did.
I'm a connoisseur and inflictor of bad jokes and dad jokes.
Oh no. Let's hear it.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay, so everybody loves knock-knock jokes as a bad joke. I'm gonna do my favorite knock-knock joke. Okay, you start.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh, goddamn. My turn. My turn.
It works every time.
Because I want to see if I can get a ground. What happens when you cross a ghost and a moose?
Boost?
You get a caribou.
All right, well done. No, you got eliminated. You can't ask for a chance back in.
You ever think about doing role-playing characters against each other as part of the Omegathon attacks?
Oh, man, we have thought about, like, could we D&D PvP? Yes, we've thought about that. Deck building games, those would be fun too. I don't know. The catch is you get either I have to make characters myself, or we got to spend time with people making characters, and then someone is like, you didn't max min my elven thief mage combo. Why did you do that? So as much fun as some of those things would be, much like the asymmetric games, it'd be cool. I just, you know, if you think of a good way to figure it out, let me know. Okay, is that it? Anything else? No? Another question. Paul's coming back. Hashtag Cookie Brigade's doing a thing. Get your cookies.
I'm out of ideas, I'm sorry.
Okay. But do check out the Cookie Brigade. Like they said, is it a $75 donation gets you cookies shipped?
I don't remember, I haven't looked at the Tiltify today. I'll check.
All right. Check out Cookie Brigade on Tiltify. They're doing, along with their streams all through PAX, if you make a large enough donation that I think was $75, I'm not really sure for sure, they will ship you cookies, and then you get your Cookie Brigade cookies there as well. Peanut butter sriracha is happening to be shipped. Yeah. If you want to make a donation, but give your peanut butter sriracha cookies to me, let me know. I'll give you my address. That's weird. Maybe I won't. I don't know about that. No, I don't give my phone number out. I take it back. My wife probably wouldn't like that if she were watching right now. She's teaching, though. It's fine. That's okay. With that, no, another question. I babble long enough to get us here. We're going to be the whole hour.
If I beat you at rock, paper, scissors, can I be an Omegathon next year?
No. It's
favorite color.
Do you know how much stuff I'd have to forget? My favorite color is a kind of a tie between orange and green. Not like mixed together, that's just brown, but like orange, green. Yes, are we doing this? Are we really doing it? We're 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. Dumb questions. It's an AMA. Ask me anything you want. Maybe it's important. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call your question dumb. That was mean.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, also math teacher, and since you said it, do you have a favorite lesson that you had?
Well, I finished, so I taught middle school. I taught everything from like 7th grade math to geometry. Geometry is really fun to teach and the worst subject ever to take. I hated it. I hope that my students didn't hate it because it was really cool to teach. But I ended teaching career and tech ed, so I did game programming. So we made computer games. We did robot programming and robot buildings. They had to learn all their gear ratios and all that kind of stuff. So I really liked. If I had to go back to teaching, I would hope that I could get where I was, which was this really cool tech ed class that included everything from like personal finance, which should be a class everyone should have to take, personal finance, to robotics and 3D modeling and printing and everything in between. It's the AMA, get to know me now. Except those two, they're leaving. They don't like me, I guess. Maybe they're going to the questions. I shouldn't have said that.
No, emergency phone call.
Emergency phone call, okay.
100%. So you've done pretty much all the Omegathons. Are there certain like personality traits or certain kinds of people that tend to do really well? Like, are super confident people out in the first round, or like, have you noticed a trend at all?
If you're super overconfident, you usually make it about 3/4 of the way. And then you get into some game that is something sort of like Zombie Dice this time around is game 1, where it's like, it doesn't matter how good of a gamer you are, it's all dice, it's all random. But you run into one of those kind of random games, because it's not like we're building, FPS games and like MOBAs or things like that, right? It's just like, these are random games, and you run into something, you run into something like Overcooked, where all of the sudden you're doing okay, and then the kitchen catches on fire and your fire extinguisher is blocked and everything is burning and you're just like, ah, and then they panic more. So they tend to go okay. But yeah, otherwise, if you're just someone who's there to have fun, you tend to do pretty well. You make it to the end if you're just there to have a good time.
Thanks, man.
You were correct at 75.
I'm good at my job.
So I have an important question. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Ooh. I would probably, if I could only eat one flavor of ice cream forever, I would probably land on a strawberry ice cream. Tillamook strawberry ice cream. I mean, I wouldn't want to go away from all the others, but as a simple, that's the milkshake. Chocolate milkshake, vanilla milkshake, none of those. Just strawberry.
You said you were a geometry teacher.
Oh God, no, listen.
What's the law of signs?
How many years ago was that? Way too many.
What's the law of signs?
Way too many years ago, and here's the secret. Your teachers are crap without their textbooks in front of them. We don't know crap. We know how to handle children, not what we're teaching.
I want to know what round the Omegas are you looking forward to?
Ooh, good one. If we ended on that question, it's like 4 minutes. That'd be so good. The zombie, though, what do you want to ask? We'll go back to your question real fast so that the zombie gets to ask.
It was child's play related. So, you've got these positions that you're trying to open up in hospitals. So you've got, there's the child's life people that are definitely skilled in dealing with children. Then you're trying to hire or get technicians in there to...
The game techs, yep.
Yeah. What's the best avenue to try and get in a role like that?
Keep an eye on Child's Play's Twitter. We announced, I think we just put out yesterday, one of the ones that got posted, the jobs that are posted. Every time that a hospital does a grant with us, as soon as they get the job posting, we blast it out there and say, hey, here's their job posting. But if you have a background in games and tech and like working with kids, it'd be a cool job. All right. Omeganauts, as we send people out, you have to tell us what your game that you're most looking forward to? Most looking forward to this, of the games that we built this time.
Yeah, I'm just going to run down the line.
Down the line.
Oh, sir, the insult simulator.
Floor Kids.
Floor Kids.
I think it's Zombie Dice.
Certainly Insult Simulator.
Skull.
Gotta say speedrunners.
Speedrunners.
Oh, sir.
Definitely speedrunners.
Oh, you're...
You're just a person.
Skulls. All over here.
Floor Kids.
Nice.
Zombie Dice.
Skulls.
Speedrunners.
And...
Yeah, definitely Floor Kids.
Skull.
Insult generator.
Nope. All right. Cool. I think that's... Oh, did I get a miss anyone? Oh,
we got our new ones.
2 new folks who probably don't even know what the games are.
Oh, sir, for sure.
Excellent. Also, everyone who said Skull's 100% correct. This
is going to be so good. All right, where's my one other new Omegonaut? You stay here for a minute. Everyone else, y'all can leave. Thank you for coming. We'll see you back tonight at 5:30 when we play Zombie Dice.